we would love to welcome Trinidad on stage to share the story of Laboratoria and how you are including females in the job market, upskilling, and really, delivering amazing impact. So floor is yours. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Odeta. I will share my screen now. Hi, my name is Trinidad. As Odeta said, I'm Chilean, and today I want to talk about the importance of diversity. We can observe diversity everywhere in the natural world. A diverse ecosystem is what enables it to thrive. When we think about our society, we see many different cultures and traditions. We are incredibly diverse, but we often forget to honor that diversity. For example, in designing our modern world, we overlook the importance of considering everyone's needs. Take women, for example. For centuries, we have been confined to the private sphere. Men had led in business and politics, setting most of the norms and rules that shape our societies today. The world of technological innovation is no different. Although some of the first pioneers in computing were women in the 60s and 70s, by the 80s, as technology became more critical for business, women were subtly pushed out, so we didn't feel included. Women have been left out of so much more than just technology, but tech is not just another sector. It is the field that will define our future, and it's already changing how we communicate, how we live, how we work. It's what we're experiencing right now of me like talking to you through technology. And it will continue transforming every aspect of our lives. Although it has been challenging for women to enter the tech space, we have seen many examples of what can go wrong when we are not involved. Women and minorities are often excluded from building technology. For instance, many smartphones and handheld devices are designed to better suit an average male hand size. Similarly, many office buildings set their temperature based on a thermal comfort model from the 60s, which is based on the metabolic rate of an average male. And more seriously, artificial intelligence, HR systems, are often filtering out female candidates, considering male candidates to be a better fit. Even health applications have not considered menstrual factors in the calculation, which is crazy to think, since 50% of human population live by these cycles every day. But the importance and value of women in tech has not been that obvious since the beginning. That's why I want to tell you a story about Mariana. And like many women, including myself, she didn't major in a technology field. However, she met her husband, a software developer, and they both shared a passion for entrepreneurship. They decided to start their own company in Lima, Peru. And in her own words, it's easier said than done, as they had little idea how to begin. So in 2013, along with their friend Rodolfo, they created a software development company and began to do quite well because the tech sector was growing and they were getting more and more clients until they couldn't handle it by themselves. So when they started building this own software development team, a big problem arose. Only few qualified developers lived in Lima, and every company wanted them. So they managed to build their dream team, as you can see here, but something was missing. So where are all the women? Mariana was surprised at how rare women developers were. So she started digging deeper and exploring communities and immersing herself in the software world. And the pattern repeats: skilled developers, but all men. It's not that women don't like tech or aren't interested in technology or we aren't good at math and science. We are very capable and actually very amazing at it. But the issue is this field is built on stereotypes. And these stereotypes make it very difficult for us to feel included in such communities. That's when Mariana decided to take matters into her own hands. She realized it made no sense for half of the world population to miss out in a field of amazing opportunity. So great jobs, high pay, and the chance to design technologies that shape our lives and futures. The world of software is a word for passionate self-learners, where a university degree isn't the only path to success. So can you think of a field with more potential for inclusion? This realization led to the birth of Laboratoria. Mariana turned her insight into life-changing opportunities for women. The software company shifted from selling websites to companies to building an organization that builds and search talented women seeking for better opportunity. They designed a rigorous 6-month program where students not only learned coding or JavaScript, but also learn actually how to work together, how to trust each other, and very importantly, how to believe in themselves. By the end, these women became outstanding developers and designers. We're still amazed by the talent and strength of our first graduates. And this is a little spoiler, the 3,900 women who have since gone through Laboratoria. But going back then, with effort, they reach out to companies to show them this incredible talent, to show that these are the developers needed to build better teams and better products. And this also sparked a movement in Latin America, forever changing the tech sector. Companies now want to build diverse and inclusive teams where everybody has the chance to thrive. This movement also has inspired thousands of women to believe that they can become technology creators and actually go out there and make it happen. This year, Laboratoria celebrates 10 years of transforming the life of women in Latin America. We are now present in 11 countries across the region and have impacted more than 3,900 women. And I want to share some stories of different women, such as Sofia. She's a young woman from Mexico City, worked with her family running a stall at a street market. She described this setting as a place where we follow the rules of the street, similar to the rules of the jungle, a place where words rarely get you anywhere, a place of unpleasant experience, and a place of violence. At Laboratoria, Sofia not only discovered a passion for programming, but also found a way to change her life and her family's life. Since then, she has thrived in multiple jobs, including working remotely for companies of the US. And today she serves as an ambassador for women in voice and works as a conversational AI designer. But there is also Pamela from Brazil, who decided to transition her career from being a yoga teacher, despite all the barriers. And in her own words, she said, I believe transitioning careers is never easy, especially when you're a woman, when you're over 30, when you're from the outskirts, and when you're Black. But now she's thriving working for Bradesco, one of the largest banks in the country and the region. And this is not just one or two stories. Fiorella used to study at a public university, but at 19, after becoming a mom, she needed to leave her studies. After Laboratoria, she joined Globant as a programmer. And I want to share with you some of the words that she said that I think shows like the power of diversity in tech. She shared with us that the opportunity to connect and learn from people from various backgrounds broadens projects' perspectives and increases product quality. So she said also, I firmly believe that technology has the power to transform the world and people's lives. Laboratoria's graduates are duplicating the salaries they received going through our program. But more importantly, they are part of a change. They are reducing the gender gap and proving themselves that they can do it. So technology is becoming more and more relevant in our daily life. We use it for everything, to communicate, to shop, to study, to learn, to work. And this world needs women to be part of these changes, not to be left aside. We need to be there to shape our future. More women designing, analyzing, and building technology is what will make our society thrive. And I have no doubt that we'll also build a better future for all of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Trinidad. This is amazing. And, at the very beginning, when you were telling about, world designed for males, I remember that I recently learned that even the medicine is tested on the male rats or like mice, right? And it's just crazy, really, to realize that and to think about it. So I'm super, super, excited. I got goosebumps hearing the stories about your impact and the impact that the females who go through your program actually are continue making. How do you get to deal with safety and violence issues, or what sort and in what ways do you see that Laboratoria addressing it, or maybe not having to address?
Thank you for the question. Yes, I think it made a lot of sense to me when Lilith says about like economic independence, because we have a lot of students that are like single moms, for example, where the father is nowhere to be seen. That's a very common thing in Latin America. So the thing is, as they learn enter our program and learn in community, also they are finding this safe space. We have the larger community of women in technology in Latin America, and it's really amazing space. Like they are really sharing everything. It's full of like sorority, and they really stand for this economic independency. So now you have like a lot of moms saying like, now I have this work that I can do remotely, and I can take care of my child and also work, and I have like this income that makes me and my family safe. So I think that's one of the ways that we address like violence, but also making technology like a secure space. And I think that happens when you build community, as Lilith said also. When you have this community, it's like a very strong and close encounter, although these women are like in different countries and everything, you can really feel this closeness and feel the support of each other women. So I think that's one of the ways.
Trinidad, what about you? Because then you were sharing that story of, females were attending and really kind of like involved in the tech in 1985, but then kind of like there was a gap. How do you relate that to confidence? What do you what's the kind of like core that you believe is still missing or creating that gap in Latin America?
Yeah, I think Kaya also made very good points, and also when she was speaking with her presentation, I took some notes because I think yes, confidence is a really big factor because of like vulnerable situations. When you have had systemic barriers that like push you down constantly, you are losing this confidence. And also I think not seeing women in power, or like having not too many women to look at, for example, diversity, being a Black woman and not see a CEO that is Black, you don't imagine yourself in that position. You lack this confidence, or this ideas of like, oh, I can be that woman, I can follow this path. So yes, as I think also in our bootcamp, we talk a lot about something that I think now everybody knows a lot about, that is like the imposter syndrome. And this is constantly happening much more in women, because we are like feeling that we are not good enough, and they are going to realize that I don't know anything. And this is also built by the educational system, as also Kaya said, that we are taught to be quiet and like nobody has to notice you, and a girl speaking loud is like hysterical. So I think it's like a mixture of systemical barriers and like our society, how we are built. And I think it's very inspiring seeing like, for example, these projects or NGOs that are teaching women and making them feel stronger and empowering them and making them very much self-confident to say like, no, let's stop this, or let's build this, and let's get more women in power to build a better and diverse world.
Thank you, Trinidad.
Thank you. I'm going to try to wrap it up because I see that we are near the time. But I think one of the key challenges for us is the rise of AI and the rapid changing that is happening right now into like the labor market, and everything is like really pivoting the market, because nobody really knows what is going to happen with AI. And the one who says that knows, it's completely lying, because nobody really knows. So we need to be like out there and watching this change and pivoting and seeing, okay, this is happening. This is what our students need to learn. So this constantly rapid movement is very challenging. And also, I think reaching women who, because when you are in touch, you don't need to build a career, become a programmer or a designer or a data analysis, but you can really thrive and put your business out there knowing a little bit of technology. So also, I think reaching these women who feel that technology may be so hard or maybe too far away, it's also a little bit of a challenge. And what I wish or what I advise, I am very prone to communities. I think these movements that we are like supporting each other's and we are like really wanting each other to thrive. It's amazing. And I think women who are out there wanting to build something, come to your friends, to your community, to your like city community, or search in the internet who you can reach. Because for me, as I was like educated when I was little, women always were like competition, and that has been like changing in with the feminist rise and everything. And now I'm very sure that we are not competitors. There's space for everybody here. So for me, this is my advice: like reach your peers, reach your partners, reach your community, because you can build amazing things when you meet the right people.
Yeah, I love what you said, because it really rings a bell. Then I first heard a female saying that we don't have enough females on the boards of companies. And let's start by females inviting females, because in many cases, even females choose males, right? So males had their boys clubs and golfing clubs and all of this throughout the whole time, right? So it starts with us really being inclusive and like amplifying and taking example of you and including more females by empowering. But it is also such a good wrap up in the sense that technology, we are all using technology and we are all confident and trusting ourselves and potentially thriving. And that is an element that does add that missing or kind of covers the gap in that on that journey to thrive through confidence and through being part of a community.